Phil went to work one morning. Phil was just grouchy. I mean, everywhere he turned, he was grouchy. And one guy had to follow him. He had to shadow him pretty much all the time. About lunch, he was sick of it. He'd had enough. And so he looked at Phil and he said, Phil, he said, did you wake up grouchy and grumpy this morning? He said, no, I let her sleep. One of my favorite gifts. But it's one of those deals where, when you think about it, we don't see ourselves a lot of times the way we are. And we need to. This evening, I want us to talk about one of the, if you recall back several weeks ago now, maybe 2-3 months ago now, I did a lesson on life lessons. Lessons really that my mom taught me, my dad taught me growing up, and shared them with you, and asked you to share with me your life lessons. And I got about 20 of them. And so I've decided to, for the next little bit on these short devotionals, to talk about life lessons. Tonight, I want us to talk about one that somebody submitted. It says, life is what you make it. You wake up grumpy. See, we don't see ourselves as we are. And yet the reality of it is that every day, we understand that we have 24 hours. We have some 86,400 seconds that we are blessed with. And what we do with that is important. Stop and think about the fact that 10%, or it's estimated that 10% of our life, 10% of our life, bad things. Hospital, sick, children sick, in the hospital with the children, death of our parents, things of that nature, worry, anxiety, things of that nature, 10% of our life. 10% of our life is unexpected good things. Baby born, raised, somebody prays with us, we do something good, we get an accommodation, 10% of our life. 80% of our life then is filled with just regular life. And it's what you do with it that matters. Those 86,400 seconds that you have each day are a blessing from God, given to you to use and cherish. And ultimately, it's what you make of it. You can't be grumpy. You can be, if you will, you can be upset about everything in life. You can look at life through the prism of a dark cloud. Or you can choose to look at life through the prism of a great sunshiny day. While the Lord guides the sun to shield, the Lord will give grace and glory. It's no good thing that he withholds from those that follow him, according to Psalm 84, verse 11. God does give, and he gives good things. But how do we look at it? How do we look at the sunshine? How do we look at the rain? I was driving through rain yesterday. I'll tell you why I was upset. First of all, the weatherman do not know how to predict weather, because weatherman said from Nashville east it's going to rain, Nashville west it's not going to rain. Do you know it rained on me from Nashville to the river? I was upset. You know why? Not because I had a beautiful passenger. It was not that. It was because my car, I just washed it not long ago. Now I got to wash it again. Man, you choose. You choose your attitude. You choose whether to be grumpy. You choose whether to be happy. It's all up to you. You get to pick. What do you pick? Well, now I get back into my mother's poem, if you will, life lesson. This is what she said. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118. Now, some days I didn't want to rejoice, because some days she wanted to use Board of Education on seed learning, and that was never fun. She was teaching. Now, what do you pick with your life? How do you decide, well, today's going to be a good day or today's a bad day? Today is an upsetting day. You choose your attitude. You choose it. I don't choose it. Your wife or your husband doesn't choose it. Your children don't choose it. Your grandchildren don't choose it. Your boss doesn't choose it. You choose it. So you have to choose sunshine, blessed attitude. Why? Because this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This evening, if you need to respond to the Lord's invitation in any way, won't you come? I'll give you a stand.